This lesson will be on setting the display on a TI-30 calculator so that it always shows scientific notation. To show you what I mean, we'll do a sample problem. Here we just want to multiply 1.40 times 10 to the 5th times 5. You can think of this wrapped in parentheses if you like. Our keystrokes for the calculation are 1.40, second, EE, 5. Now we're done entering the first number, but the calculator doesn't know that yet. We might be adding a second digit to the exponent, but as soon as we hit an operation key, the calculator will know we're done entering the number. So the next keystroke is the times button. Now that first number will be stored in the calculator, and the calculator is ready for the next number, which is just a 5. And the display will look like this. We're done entering numbers, so we can just hit the enter key, and the calculation will be done. Now the display will show the result here, which is a 7 followed by a bunch of zeros. If you're in a science class where the teacher always wants numbers in scientific notation, you would have to carefully count those zeros to figure out the scientific notation for that number. But we can do it an easier way. We can make the calculator show all its numbers in scientific notation mode. Here's how. We want to put the calculator into scientific notation display mode, which just takes a few keystrokes. And once it's in that mode, it'll stay that way until you decide to change it back. On the calculator keypad, first push the second button, one circled there. Then push the DRG button. Doing this lets us execute the command written above the key, which is SCI/ENG. That's what lets us change the display of numbers. When we do those keystrokes, the display changes again. Don't worry, the numbers are still stored there. The letters FLO will be underlined, and that's the case in normal number display. First, push the right arrow key, and when you're done with that, hit the enter key down here, and the display will change back to showing the numbers, but in scientific notation this time. You can see the 7 followed by a decimal point and a 10, a times symbol, and a 0.5, that's the exponent on the 10. It looks a little weird because the exponent is actually bigger than the 10, but that's just the way the TI-30 shows things. By the way, we know the calculator's in scientific notation mode because there is a little SCI showing on the display. Things aren't quite perfect though. All we can see on the display is the 7 with no digits following after the decimal point. So let's change the display so we can see 2 digits after the decimal point. First, we push the second key, then we push the dot key, but because we pushed the second key first, we're going to do the command written above the key, the dot key, which is FIX. Don't worry about what FIX means. For now, it's just a command. Pushing those keystrokes, though, changes the display to a new screen where we see an F followed by the numbers 0 to 9. The letter F is underlined. We want to have the 2 underlined, so we push the right arrow key until the 2 is underlined. It'll take a couple times there. And when we do that, the display will change to what it is here with that 2 underlined there. We're done fixing the display. All we have to do is press the enter key down here, and we'll be back to our display of numbers. The calculator is now set up to show all numbers in scientific notation with 2 digits after the decimal point. And to put that another way, the calculator display will show all results with 3 significant figures. That's it for this lesson. Now you're ready to learn to do some calculations.